All right, let's get right into it. Okay. This is about um, blacks, um, melanated so-called melanated beings, so-called black people, so-called African American people being used as a battery. I repeat, being used as a battery. As a battery, I mean as in use as in to redirect to redirect energy to use the energy against us. Um, so they'll make certain films, whatever it may be, cartoons, whatever it is, certain things that's actually dealing with their demise, but they'll put us in these movies, certain movies, because we don't run anything in Hollywood. So when we get roles or when people that look like us, melanated people, um, um, we get put in roles as in opposition to what's going on bad in a film, or and actually to reverse the energy that's being used against us. So actually the energy is being used for us, but they'll use us as the energy against us. So when there's something like a movie with like the end of the world, or some type of energy, or a ghost or something, or some type of something dealing with carbon, or any hydrocarbon, anything like that, or some type of whatever it is, they have a way of putting melanated people, I've noticed, in certain movies, to the point where they're using them as a battery to redirect their energy. So, all right, I'm gonna explain when I say that to redirect energy, what they'll do is, um, okay, well they don't have everything in the world, as I say in my older videos, everything and everybody on this third dimension, or this planet, has melanin in it. From the smallest of a bug to the largest tree in the world has melanin. Even people, everybody has melanin, but it just just most some people have more counts. It's just like in the neurons, or in around you, inside your body, how well you can translate it into your everyday life, and how much is it actually working around you. So when they can put you in a movie, it's almost like to do something like that, to block something that's going on against them inside of a movie. That's how you redirect. It's like a misdirection, not knowing, because if we don't know the actual what's actually going on in the film, we just want to be casted in the film. Oh, they just shooting a science fiction film, or a ghost story, or whatever it is. They just shooting, and hey, I got a role. Okay, so I'm gonna just get into something. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long, but the thing is, I'm gonna get into some to showing you what it is, and and how we as people can miss the whole point. If you don't have the information of knowing what's going on in the film, it'll go right over our heads. Okay. Okay, I'm reading out of Second Apep, Typhonian Vampire Magic. Okay, and it is written by Michael W. Ford. Right on page 86. All right, you see Typhon Set, or Set Typhon, deific mask of the strong, the Stormbringer. The historian Plutarch wrote that the name Seth, which is called Typhon, means overmastering and overpowering, which reveals his nature as a god of the will. The specific nature of Set was found in nature, being a god of storms and night, Sutek, as the Hyksos called him, or Sut, was essentially darkness made flesh. Occurrences such as earthquakes, eclipses, and storms were caused and controlled by the God of chaos. The meaning of turning back, referring to Set, makes interesting reference to his role as the adversary, having both a creative might and sustaining role, as well as a devouring, chaotic, and destructive one. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, and I'm going to show you how they use this as a battery to stop the flow of the energy. Look, the meaning of turning back, referring to Set, makes interesting reference to his role as the adversary, having both a creative might and sustaining role, as well as a devouring, chaotic, destructive one. So, okay, you still here with me? All right. Originally an equal to Horus, Seth eventually became enemy with this god. Essentially, Horus is the day side and Set is night, became representations of the battle for supremacy, as Set was a friend of the dead and sacred to many for his might. In his battle against Ra, the sun god, Set took the form of Apep, the monstrous serpent who sought to devour the sun. So as you see, Set is night, right? Sunset. So I have another video I was talking about when you see clouds blocking the sun when the sun is setting, because that's a set energy that's going in, that's coming into certain people. Okay, so if Set is night, is the night side, and Horus is the day side. So watch this. So as you can see behind these government motorcycle motorcade right here. See, the sun is actually setting. It's heading to the west. Okay, so if the sun is heading to the west, something is during this film, something bad is happening. So I explained in the book I was reading, is chaotic, brings storms. What else? It brings earthquake, chaos. You know, there's going. He's said it's known as the storm bringer. So, so during this part of the film, this is, you know, if you can see, it's like parts of credits. So as you can see, it's sun setting. So it's time to bring some chaos, right? So watch this. Okay, this brother is like a high-ranking official, because the guy is giving him intel on what's going on.
0 global launches. It might just be pieces of the shuttle breaking up as it comes in.
Yeah, it might be Santa Claus. Until we get definitive, reliable, alternative confirmation, General, we go to DEFCON 3.
Yeah, pay attention right here. We haven't seen this in a while. Twin Towers, right? Now, this is going to be very, they always tend to show like the skyline of New York or whatever, but they always used to put the towers up in most movies. But I was playing it. Wow, look down 9/11 just passed. It's perfect. Perfect. I got something to show you. I'm not sure if you have any information or knowing about this, but I'm going to put this in the video. Okay, so watch.
You know why? Because this is New York City. Anything could have happened. Listen to that. Let me see. It could have been a terrorist bomb, could have been a dead body, somebody shot there. And it's probably payday, too. Somebody probably jumped to get that paycheck. You know why? Because this is New York City. Anything could have happened. Listen to that. Let me see. It could have been a terrorist bomb.
Wait a minute. Somebody dial 911. Somebody dial 911. Somebody dial 911.
Okay, like you said, somebody dial 911. All right, I made this sigil. This is actually a real, the symbol of the goddess Lakshmi, as you can see right here, Lakshmi. Okay, so now somebody brought this to my attention. I was looking at football and how I used to have in October breast cancer awareness, right? But you see, like this is an upside down goalpost, upside down goalpost. So in February, this is what I had saw. Um, as you know, we have breast cancer awareness in the month of October, and have all the players wearing pink. But I'm trying to think, like, why would they have all the players wearing pink, whatever? So they, it's for that, right? So remember, everything is a ritual with people. Like, everybody does rituals. Like when you wake up, brush your teeth, wake up, wash your face, and brush your teeth. Take a shower, whatever you're gonna do, and however you line it up, that's your ritual to get your day started, whatever, right? So, but and I shared this picture with somebody, and he said, "Man, that looks like 911." I said, "Well, goddamn it, you're right. You see it? 9 right here. That's a 9. 1 1. But when you flip it, it's 611, which is actually the goddess Lakshmi. It's an A in front of Lakshmi. She's the lower. They call it the lower side, or not negative, but um, the more dangerous one. The Lakshmi is more of a fortune, I guess. Not guess, more of fortune. But right here, so you have turn to 611, it'd be a Lakshmi, because the 9 would be flipped to a 6. But you see the 911. And so I'm looking like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Why would they do that? Have football, when it leads from, these people wear those on their jerseys everywhere and everything. And so funny that football is not even, all this shit is not even really happening like that. So I'm ecstatic about it. But yeah, it's really crazy, because remember how all that happened on 9/11, September 11th, 2001. So, and they were actually trying to give bodies and offer them to certain deities. Deities is what, we created these forms of universal, this type of universal science, what you might call mythology. All those deities, they're from our hands, our minds. So you have like Sekhmet, or Kali, or Akash, or Tiamat, different deities in different parts of the world. But these are all, when you have different names, they damn near have the same story. So notice it was on September 11th how all that happened. There was implosions in the building. There was no real planes that really hit them like that. So if you really just was into learning about the facts about that, you was pretty much know this is all a false and fake situation they made. So they had to offer those bodies up to those people, to certain deities, to try to prolong time. But little did they know they were actually getting everything open for a new gateway for something they're not even ready for. They just running scared because they just want more time. So, and that's something they don't have, and it's actually something that, against them. I don't like time anyway. You know what I'm saying? Until when the sun leaves, it's dark somewhere. When the sun's in your area, in your time frame, so you got to go on the eastern hemisphere somewhere. It's dark over there somewhere. So only when the sun comes around, like they say, let there be light. The sun was there later, so that means the darkness has always been there. So when they did that, they was actually trying to prolong time and keep things going. So when we see 9/11, notice it was for something out of their control, but they did that only to gain more time, because their cycle is up. So time is speeding up instead of slowing down, and I love that. I want the time to speed up, and it's going against their favor. And so I'm speaking for melanated people. A lot of our people gonna go, but they're gonna go somewhere that's beneficial to the work, to the help. So all these people that's dying from this so-called virus, I mean, okay, that's fine. It's gonna happen. It's not a bad thing. You gotta be balanced. So all these people are dying. This is actually um, a rapture. They're just getting somewhere earlier than we are. The people the light bringers is one that's really doing the actual work. So oh yeah, I just wanted to close this video out and show how they can use us as a battery to try to block that. If we're the ones that can hold those energies and can hold those deities in us, and like he said, bringing out the part of Set. Let's see, Set Typhon. I'm going to read this part again really fast. No other Egyptian deity has such an impact on the initial emergence of the left-hand path of Luciferianism than Set An. Called by black adepts as the hidden god. The forms of Typhon Set or Set An are many throughout mythology and historical interpretation. So the hidden god, he's actually around, so like you're not sure, you don't see these things around you, but they're all around. Like there's a reason why they call it the hidden god, for a reason. So if you call it a hidden god, what means, like in hide and go seek, you got to go hide and go hide, and the person got to go find you, right? Right. So if you're hiding, you're hiding so you can win the game, right? So that's what I'm coming to do. I'm here to win the motherfucking game. All right. Peace. Ashe. Ashe. Chaos. Chaos. We are the gods of chaos. Soot. Suit. I'm wearing my suit today. Soot. Soot is what? Darkness. Melanin was essentially darkness made flesh. Come on. Occurrences such as earthquakes, eclipses, and storms were caused and controlled by the god of chaos.
Flying bogeys are breaching the atmosphere from Finland down the North American seaboard.
Well, Saddam Hussein was not bombing America, but they went to all those countries over in the Eastern Hemisphere, not to bring these people to justice, to go to these spiritual places inside these areas. Now they can't even leave these areas. They said we're gonna get the troops out of here, and Barack was like, we're gonna get the troops out when he was running for president. Hey man, nothing has changed, and I'm ecstatic about it. So they become a face or a puppet for something, but he was put there for a reason. It's things we can look at. It could be a way of us, our people, as melanated people, seeing something different, or change is gonna not changing as the change he brought, but chaos is always moving. It's change. So it more than likely was symbolism for us, but he was being controlled, of course. But Saddam Hussein was actually a puppet for the government in the first place. So they were his friend years ago. Now he's all of a sudden rivals. No, he just helped them get into the certain special spiritual areas spiritual centers to close those things down, and it's not going to work. It's too late. It's too late. The hidden deities are already here. You just can't see them. You can use all the Masons you want, the Eastern Stars you want to try to stop us. It's not going to happen. Because you know what? It's going to prevail regardless. We bring chaos at all times. And I'm loving it. 2020, Ashe.